What's poppin', family? It's Great Rizzy. We out here right now, Shade 45. It's an album snapshot. I'm not going to waste any time because I got limited time. I'm just going to say, new Ghostface is here, baby. It's here. Supreme Clientele 2, man.
Word.
If I could just say this real quick, because I always share a story with my guests, man. Salute, King. I appreciate you being up here with us. I can remember running around a Sean C. and a Puerto Rico Rob. Yo, we got this group. We got this group, Wu-Tang. I can remember super early on. I'm not going to go too far back, but that's how far I've been running around with you cats, man.
Wow.
Chambers.
I respect that,
yes,
King.
sir.
Yeah,
yes,
no
sir.
doubt.
Look, let's jump right to it, man. I guess the number one question people would like to know, Supreme Clientele dropped in 2000. We are 25 years later. Right. What made you say now is the right time to let this go?
It was the fans. It was the fans that said it. They kept calling for it. Out of all the albums and projects I did, they kept calling for it. And then, throughout the years, I had started putting a couple records away, whatever I felt that could have made the project, putting it away, tucking them away. That's why I got songs on there from like I think 03, 04 and stuff like that. And yo, when God timing, when he said, yo, it's time, and it was time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really got heavy on it since my last album, Set the Tone.
Mm-hmm.
So I started really being like, oh, you know what? Because when we did the deal over there with Nas and them, that was one of the projects they wanted. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll do it. You know
they specifically said, hey, look.
Yeah, Peter kept coming through me throughout the years. You know, things wasn't right, until everything was what he was speaking it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why Set the Tone was called Set the Tone, because I was setting the tone for where we go at right now.
Where we about to go, and we here right now.
Exactly.
Makes 1,000%, man. Makes all the sense of the world. Look, I wanna get right to the music real quick. This rap kingpin, right? And I gotta ask, because I wanted to call my man. How the hell did the combination between Ghostface and Ty Boogie happen? You know what I'm saying? I hear Ty Boogie all over the project. I'm proud of my guy, man. Harlem, what's up? But I'm kind of curious how that came together.
First of all, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Ty Boogie. I'm a fan. I'm an R&B fan.
One of the best
when
DJs out.
When he does his blends and over that like that, and like even him, Ron G, all these guys, I'm a fan of that. You know what I mean? I'm a hip hop head. I love it. So I was at a skating rink. My brother Unique be throwing these parties in Brooklyn and Williamsburg skating rink, so he was there DJing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I got this project I'm doing in mind. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I already rhymed over these break beats. I'm like, yo, I would love to have him on my album, just like, yo, just from that third, yo, go with the echo and all that.
Right.
Yo, Ty Boogie. You know what I mean? I love that. I'm a fan of that. So he was like, I talked to him, he changed numbers, he said he'd do it. And then by the time all these records was done, he was one of the last people I needed to get in and, you know what I mean? Like, to come on, like, yo, I need that thing. So he came through, he had the studio, like he said, was in the studio, played these songs. Okay, go here on that song right there, talk this shit. This one, talk this shit, leading to this one, that one, I do the outro on this, and it just made it work, yo.
Salute to the DJ, salute to Ghostface Killah.
Work.
Let's go ahead and play this joint right here. Get on our 88 shit, man. It's Rap Kingpin, Supreme Clientele 2. Great Rizzy, we out here right now on Shade 45. It's an album snapshot with Ghost Danny. Ghostface Killah's up here. I can't do the intros like Redman did, fam. Like, Redman killed the intros on this project, dog.
He's the best. Redman, because I had Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah, I heard the Dave Chappelle joint.
Yeah, but I had him. He's supposed to have been on the intro. He's supposed to have been like, you know how he do Saturday Night Live and yo, nigga, give me that. I want that. You know what I mean? So he didn't give it to me like that. He gave it to me, but it was just bland, like, you know what I mean? But then, the other one with the game show, you know what I mean? It was like,
the promo that's
cool.
on the
But we had
feeds,
to piece that up together, like, take a couple of words, whatever case may be, and add it there, like it was, But anyway, Redman heard the intro. My brother took it to him, and he was like, nah, because it needed to be more exciting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And Red just went in there. He nailed it. He smashed it like how Supreme Clientele. You know what I mean? And that was it. Like, Red.
Absolutely. You always go bring the
Yeah,
energy.
you gonna
Shout,
bring it.
shout out to Newark. Shout out to the Bricks. Jersey
the
in the
bricks,
building right now.
The bricks, baby. Yeah.
Yo, hip hop is constantly evolving. We've been seeing that over the 50 years.
Yes.
One of the proud moments I got to see was when you hit the stage in the Bronx, Yankee Stadium. That was a big mass appeal, 50th anniversary hip hop celebration, man. How do you see yourself, what role do you see yourself playing now in hip hop, and how does this album like really cement that for you? How does it stamp it for you?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. I don't go too deep with it. I don't even think about that. Like, whatever happens, just happens, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't look at it like, oh, yo, just gonna do that. We in a moment. We just here. Like, whatever happens, man, it just happens, and then that day is gone, and we on to the next. So that's how I look at it. Like, I look at life like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know what it means. Like, you know what I mean? To be honest with you.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so authentic and it stands out. Sometimes when things is too planned, it's overcooked.
Yes. You can mess up just by over planning. Like, you'll think, be careful, you know what I mean, or whatever. But yeah, you can't just like I don't think about it. Like, I never been one of those dudes though.
Copy.
Yeah.
Copy. I want to switch it up a little bit because I know you mentioned you be on your R&B shit.
Yeah.
I want to get to this Tiana Taylor joint, this remix that you did. And of course the Clan was on there. Ghostface is with us. He ain't going nowhere, man. Stick around. We got that Supreme Clientele too. It's Album Snapshot.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Great Rizzy, we out here right now. Shade 45, what it do? This is a pleasure. This is an honor. We got the one and only Ghostface Killah in here. Staten Island, what's up? All the four other boroughs, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
The Clan's in the building. Supreme Clientele is out there right now. How did you go about, selecting producers for this project?
I mean, it been years, so I just go through like a lot of those other beats. Like I told you, I got like 5 records from back then, and these was like producers that really got no name. You know what I mean? I felt like they was coming with it more than what the big name producers was. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I stick with them, like, you know what I mean? Like, because it was closer to what I was looking, the sound. It was closer to the sound I was looking for. But a lot of other producers, man, they were sending me packs, but it wasn't really like, nah, it was too much of today. You know what I mean? When I'm trying to grab a feeling that happened like years ago, or just put you in that vibe. You know what I mean? So, these are the new producers or whatever on a lot of them, these tracks that you never heard before, and I just kept them. They just put me in the zone.
Keep your ears out for them, man. I want to get to this joint, Beatbox, featuring Ty Boogie. Aisha Hall too, man. So
I threw her on there, yeah.
Yeah, who's this young lady?
She's on Yap City.
Copy.
That's my crew. That's like the label right there. Yap City.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So,
Yo, Dress, what up?
Yeah. He out there. Shout out to Yap City. One producer that live on Staten Island, he sent me a pack, and he had sampled Dougie Fresh. You know what I mean? Yo, listen. Dougie Fresh was like one of my idols. Like, they say the Fat Boys and Run DMC, I was Dougie Fresh Slick Rick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out there like that, like, yo. So it was like he sent it, and I'm like, oh, yo, this is banging for Supreme, like, because it's just a beatbox track. It's beatbox, like, you know what I mean? Boom. So, I called my bro Scram. I had him add some scratches. Yo, put the nothing in there. Put the nothings in there. And the hook. You know what I mean? So he came through and he did that. But yeah, it was just like, when you're dealing with Supreme Clientele, you got to be unique in certain avenues of the record, like, you know what I mean, too. Other than using the Iron Man skits and doing all this other stuff, we couldn't really use those like we did the first one, because I would have went bananas on it, like, you know what I mean?
Can I just say this when you say skits?
Yeah.
I was looking for Woodrow on this joint. I just want to say that.
Oh, Woodrow. Oh, man, yeah.
Yo, do your homework.
Me too.
Right, let's get back
yes.
to it. Do your homework.
That's right. Yeah, see, he shined on the last joint. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So like that was, I'll be saying that, like, a lot of pieces that you played with back then, some brothers ain't around no more. Like, you know what I mean? And you know how things go. It was 25 years ago. Things be changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nothing never stays the same. So I tried to make this the best of part of what the best of. If I had another 6 months, it would have been crazy. But but if the best of what I can do, like, for right now. Yeah.
Let's get to this joint right here, man. Shout out to Ty Boogie. Shout out to Aisha Hall, man. Yap, what up, man? Yap City, what's up?
Yo.
It's that beatbox joint, Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele 2.
Beatbox King.
Yo, it's great, Rizzy. We out here right now. Shade 45. It's Album Snapshot. Supreme Clientele 2 out right now. We got our brother Ghostface Killah in the building.
Thank you.
This was a tough project, man. First of all, let's be honest, man. I'm not gonna fucking fake no jacks up here. I'm a fucking fan. You know what I'm saying? But I also respect the craft. You know?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm heavy on lyrics. I'm heavy on bars, but how that delivery is done, all of that shit. I'm hip hop. You know, I grew up in this shit, so it matters to me.
That's right.
But that also means it was tough to pick songs off of this project. I just want to shout out a couple of joints, like the joint that you had with Styles P and Conway, man. I wanted to see that spar off, and I got exactly what I wanted from it. You know what I'm saying? There's a joint with the Clan on there. Raekwon is on this track. The trial. Jizz is on this joint. Meth is on that joint. Shout out Reek the Feeling as well as Pills.
Yeah, Pills. What?
You know, like these guys came with it. You gotta listen to the project, and please listen to the project. Live with the project. This man took his time to put it together. You go ahead and take the time to listen.
Yeah,
man.
now the songs is right. The songs, especially that song right there. It's a trial. We in the courtroom, and it's just, you know what I mean? Like, I like to paint pictures. So a lot of times, you know, brothers, you got to use your imagination, use your mind. So, and that's how that track came out. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't know how it was going to come out. You know what I mean? When you first doing the first couple of bars or whatever. But then at the end of it, it was like everybody played their part. Meth came and played the judge. Reek and Pills was my lawyers. You know what I mean? Genius was like summing it up at the end.
He's like,
you know what I mean? Yeah, I forgot what it was. The name
not
of
the
that.
stenographer, the person that reads
like
out
that.
the verdict. Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it just all came together, bro.
Yeah,
all
man.
Praises.
There's been a question I've had for quite some time.
What's good?
You know, I saw that you sat down with shout out to my man Bootleg Kev. And we were just talking about like the importance of radio play and how, for me, this is my personal opinion. You can agree or not. You, my friend, when things seem to slow down in a sense for Wu, and it wasn't because of the creativity, it's because you guys had so many fucking opportunities, right? Everybody was spread out all over the place. This is say after 97, after 98. To me, Ghostface Killah was the person that was still waving the flag. Like I was listening for your voice a lot, right? But also a lot of that had to do with the support not always being there radio play wise here in New York City. We don't have to go into that too much.
I got you.
People know about that. And if you don't do your homework, I was curious, how the hell did you end up on the Special Delivery remix when it came to G-Dep? And of course, that was a bad boy. That was a bad boy project. I was just kind of curious how that came back together full circle.
Puff, that's what Puff wanted. I don't know if Depp wanted it or whatever, but I got the call from Puff. You know what I mean? So even before that, I did a couple of Sean John ads or whatever. I don't know if I did them before or after. But anyway, Puff, I guess, put the call in and was like, we want you on this remix. And I just I handled that. I just handled it. Yeah.
There was a certain type of energy that came with it. That song was a heat rock. You heard it everywhere. When you touched that shit took it up just another level. Bro. Another
I appreciate that, So, you know, they want to shoot the video. That's, you know, and we just knocked that out. It came out glossy. It was just one of those things. And when you get a nice beat, that's what I be telling people. When you get a nice beat and the beat drags you where you need to be, it's like a lot of the time, and I'm feeling it, a lot of the times I'm gonna give you that work.
Ghostface. Like I said, man, let's take it back real quick. That Special Delivery, that remix. Shout out to G-Dep. Keith Murray was on this joint as well. My brother, Ghostface Killah. Turn that shit up. Yo, it's great, Rizzy. We out here right now, Shade 45. I'm up against the clock, but you know what? I got Ghostface Killah here, man. We got to get to this last joint right here, dog.
Let's go.
How do you feel Supreme Clientele 2? It, of course, it's growth, but it's a time period, man. You're taking people to a point where they, you know, music can trigger things and it can make you feel, you know, a certain way that you feel back then, man. But it's also about, you know, just the history of hip hop and stuff. How do you feel fans are going to receive this, and what do you want them to leave with?
Just good music, man. Just good music, like, you know what I mean? You know, you coming at this the first Supreme, you know what I mean? If I got like like I said, I started this back in, I kept a few joints to the side from throughout the years, like 20 years ago and all that. I just started doing this after we dropped Set the Tone, right? So that's probably like a year, like 12 months or whatever the case may be. You know, I felt the vibe is right. Or else I wouldn't have really released it right now. You know what I mean? I think the fans are just. I think they're gonna gravitate to it. I think they're gonna gravitate to it. People ask me, "Oh, you scared to do that?" I'm not scared to do none of that. You know what I mean? Like I just said, yo, just give me some time. Give me time. That's why I said if I had another 6 months, you know what? Because Supreme is all samples. Nowadays, like we couldn't even use the Iron Man sample again, like you know what I mean, to get ahead and try to create. Because I would have set it off with that again, like oh boy, here go part 2, bow, and just went into it. But you got to figure things out. You know what I mean? So, but I think I think there's enough lines up there where the fans could get ahead and gravitate to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, fam, make sure that you listen to this project and then tap in with Ghostface Killah.
Right.
I don't need to give you his fucking socials. You know his socials already, but just in case, at Ghostface Killah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
Just in
that's
case.
Love. That's love.
But yo, man, not only enjoy the project, there's merch that's out there. I'm gonna go ahead and get me one of those chrome Ghostface Killah tees. They got the vinyl that's out there, all of these different packages and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of all, when this man comes to your city, cop the tickets and go see him perform.
Bad.
It's a fucking amazing experience, bro.
Thank you.
Ghostface Killah.
I appreciate you, King.
Stopping through. This is what I want to do. I want to close it out with this joint right here. Love Me Anymore, featuring Nas. I want to get to this joint. Before we even go, give me a little backstory about how this song came together.
Which one is that one?
The Love Me Anymore.
With
the Roy sample.
No, I know what you're talking about, but
You don't
love me anymore. Yeah. The way you said it, I thought it was like a different joint. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that right there, yeah. Shout out to my man Jay Black. He made that right there. The beat was just crazy. It was crazy. Like it just, like I said, I'm an R&B cat first. So when I heard that. And the way he did it, it was just crazy to me. And the way it sounded, so I know I had to blast it. So when I laid my verse down, I took it to Nas, and he was like, yo. You know what I mean? Because I was actually looking for Snoop first. But, we couldn't get to Snoop. So, Nas, I know Nas is one of those cats, too, that can get ahead and take it there. And that's what he did, bro.
Absolutely, man.
That was it.
Turn this joint up. Go cop that Supreme Clientele. You dig? He's Ghostface Killah. I'm Great Rizzy. If you miss any part of this special, this album snapshot special, man, you can catch it on the Sirius XM app right there on your iPhone, Android, or a home-connected device. I would say type in my name, but fuck that. Type in his name. Ghostface Killah.
Yo.
You dig? We
Let's
out
go.
here. Whoa. Yeah.
No doubt.